I just want to make a distinction between my study of spelling and character and language compared to others. Many people are now talking about spells and spelling, and I have to be honest that most of it's actually at a very basic level that isn't based on any underlying meaning. There's no framework that's being applied to it. I have a framework for the entire language set of human living languages. But in the spelling work that I do in relation to English, I want to now name it. I've always sought to avoid defining what I do, but it's got to be done in this instance because too many people are playing about with very basic or low-level spelling stuff, thinking it's really smarty pants, and it's not. It's actually quite basic, and there's a lot of this in alternative media. So my study of spelling is the study of En-glish. English. It's a language that nobody speaks properly at the moment. It's been glossed over as being colloquial or unimportant. In fact, it's become almost meaningless because it doesn't refer to experience anymore. The work that I do and what you'll see in the videos that I produce is about re-relating language to experience and how it actually works, but only through understanding how spelling works. So with my work you may well find there is a jolt or a proper moment in your mental state that can be affected by some of the messages that are passed across. This is because it's a remapping of mental framework with experience and reality. Other more basic playing with words doesn't do that. Some of you aren't going to like this, but it has to be said, English is a very new language on the scene. It's one of the later ones and it's massively adaptable. It's a highly evolved language because of its flexibility and its symbolic nature. It is a mental language. You get some languages which are physical, some are emotional, and some are mental. This is a mental language and relates to mental subjects. But it is the master language of the mental plane. And it's the master language because of this character, the N. The N is the master letter. It is, in its lowercase form, an arch shape. And in its uppercase, it is a simplified Star of David. Okay? So the Star of David represents the balancing of the ascending and the descending forces. This is exactly what the capital N relates to. And the lowercase n is the arch, where in masonry, the arch is the strongest shape. This is why we have monarch. So monarch is one arch. Yeah? So that's the highest ruler of any land we've got in English is the monarch, the one arch. Now actually, a lot of people have questioned when I talk about masonry and language, or Freemasonry and language, and they don't realise that actually the entire alphabet is about Masonic manipulation of character. The entire thing is held up by three arches. The M and the N are three arches in the middle of the alphabet, in the absolute middle, that hold up the entire character set. And En-glish, and the study of En-glish, is the study of understanding what each of these characters actually means, what they are symbolic of, and how the relationships of the spells which are made with English actually work. So I hope that is quite a clear distinction. This isn't just faffing about picking words out of other words. This is actually about a systematic science of linguistic breakdown and linguistic analysis that, by the time we get down to the character level, can be applied to any living alphabet. Any living alphabet. So, quite a bit of food for thought there, I think. So I think I'll leave it at that. But hopefully now, when you're looking at the rest of this stuff, you can say, well, actually, what we're studying is En-glish here. Not English. English is the colloquial slang of people using a highly sophisticated character set that they're not quite sure what to do with, whereas En-glish is going to be the correction of that skewed character set to refer to meaning, substance, experience, expansiveness, growth, and magic.